Hi everyone, so now I'm going to talk to you about the hierarchy chart or hierarchy diagram that we can use within computing. And it's a way to lay out and consider and think about a problem in all its different parts. And the hierarchy means that you have important things at the top and we have less important things at the bottom. And you can see that when we start to look at the chart, you see what I mean by that. So our program is called, well, it's all about Marge's tools cost calculator. So she's going to use it to calculate the cost of the tools. So we're going to put that at the top of our chart. So it's a box, and we're going to stick it at the top here. Then underneath that, we will build the rest of our, almost like a tree diagram, upside down tree of bits and how they interlink there. So when we start thinking about the problem, the first thing we're going to have to do is to upload the data from a CSV file. We know that. And then the next thing is going to be create a main menu. Now, these diagrams always build from top to bottom and left to right. So on this level here, top level is the name, next level is the next two things or three things or four things or however many components there are. So the main sections of the problem. So we can talk about decomposition is breaking a problem down. Composition is putting it all back together again to make a program, but we're breaking it down now into subparts, subcomponents. Then we're going to think about what we're going to call them and what they might do. So now we've done this. Now we're not going to break load data down anymore. We could maybe break it down a bit more into the open file, store data in 2D array, close file. So there are subcomponents of that, but we'll look into the main menu now because this is going to give us some more parts of our code which we need to think about at this stage. So if you think about the main menu, if you reflect back to the problem, there were 5 parts that we needed to put there, and they all had a different name, and they were enter tool details, enter transport details, enter price, and display the profit. So that's the real kind of the output of the program. That's the main thing it's going to do, is give us all that profit information. And then number 4 is to clear data. And finally is to quit at the end there. So that's our hierarchy chart. And like I said before, we could break these down even further. We could do a little chart underneath each one of those headings. But if you think back to what I said earlier, so in terms of hierarchy, what's at the top's most important? We work down and then we go from left to right. Now, what's also useful here is that we thought about what our subcomponents are going to be for the program, and now we can think about some names for our functions and procedures that we're going to use to make this work. So load data from CSV might be called our load data function. Main menu could be called menu or main menu. Enter tool details could be called that, or could be called tool details. So we're thinking about this now because we're going to need to have in our mind our sub-programs within our main program that we can then use the names of when we start to code the menu. Okay,